Well done, Daryl Gurney. It was a difficult performance against Brendan. We know it's tough playing Brendan. What was it like for you on that stage?
Yeah, it's like he says, it was tough. Brendan's like the nicest person, never mind nicest dart player you can meet, and it's hard getting up, like getting angry, getting like your back against the wall against Brendan. But I eventually got there and got over the finish line. I don't really care if it was 6-0 or 6-5, as long as I got the win at the end.
What's the prep like? Because I would assume that if you weren't playing each other, you'd be hanging around backstage, maybe practicing together. Do you still do that, or do you try and keep separately when you've got a match together?
To be honest, I don't know where Brendan was. I think he was practicing on the main stage throws. I didn't see him practice. I was out on. There was 3 boards and then there was another 2 another 3 for whenever you build up. He wasn't down there. He wasn't where I was. So I'm thinking he was maybe on practicing on the boards for the main stage. But I didn't see him practice. But yeah, I was just concentrating on my own game.
How important was it to get that win after what was a tough Grand Slam group? You got there through the World Cup, and it's always great to get into the Grand Slam, but you've drawn in the group with Luke Littler and wasn't able to get a win.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was nothing to do with Luke Littler, but it was to do with, as I said earlier, I was very, very homesick, and it's the first time I've ever experienced that, and ever since I've been playing in the PDC. So I wanted to get home, I wanted to see my son. I actually wanted to go home and sleep in my own bed, and I know it's really, I know people are probably going to go off their heads and that, but I genuinely didn't want to be in the Grand Slam. I'd had enough before I played there, and I just needed a couple of days off, a week off back home, and that's what I got. I ended up getting like 6 days back home, and I feel a totally different player sitting here now than I was in the Grand Slam. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm disappointed at how I played in the Grand Slam. I think that there's so many more players that were probably maybe deserving, other than me winning the World Cup, that deserved to be there, but they didn't, and I went up there and I'd done a poor showing. But the best way you can do is come here now and win some games, which I've won my first game. I put myself under a lot of pressure to win that game, not just because of it was a game in general, but how the Grand Slam went, and I'm glad I got through it.
Was there at any point leading up to that tournament where you thought, I'm just going to pull out here and just go home instead and let someone else take the spot?
In the Grand Slam?
Yeah.
Yes, there was, but I wasn't. That was only between me and Josie. Was never ever. I was never going to put that to the PDC, because not who I was playing, but it didn't matter who I was playing. I literally didn't want to be there, but I was never ever going to let the PDC down, and I thought they deserved for me to, it doesn't matter how I played in the last game, they just deserved me to play that last game, and I wanted to do it. I would like to say that Dave Allen gave me a lot of support in the Grand Slam, and I'd like to thank him for that, because he was so supportive.
You said that it's the first time that you've experienced that, and you're a very, very experienced player. Do you know why that all of a sudden you just got that homesickness, like you said?
As I say, I don't know why. I think the difference is now my wee boy's 7, and he knows what's happening, so he knows that if I'm not home, he misses me. Not before. It's like if I go away and I come back, you know what I mean, it's just a normal day-to-day thing. But now he sees that I go away. I go away for here now for like 5 days. I'll come home Monday. I've got a couple of exhibitions now up in Scotland, so I'm going to see him for maximum 2 days, and then after that, then maybe we're going to have a not 2 weeks, but before the World start. So he just knows that he misses his daddy, and he's 7 now, so he knows that he misses me and I miss him.